Mike Mizanin, better known as The Miz. Today, he's one of the most charismatic, loudmouth superstars in WWE history, a two-time Grand Slam champion and arguably one of the greatest heels of all time. But what if I told you his journey to the top was filled with humiliation, bullying, and doubt? This is the story of how The Miz transformed from a joke backstage to the A-lister we see today. Before he became must-see TV, The Miz was a reality star trying to break into the world of professional wrestling. He came from MTV's The Real World, and that rubbed many WWE veterans the wrong way. They didn't think he belonged. He wasn't trained the traditional way, and he didn't have the indie wrestling background. This made him a target backstage, especially for some of the top dogs at the time, like JBL. JBL, known for his bullying antics, made The Miz's life a living hell. One story that stands out is when Miz was banished from the locker room after accidentally spilling chicken on someone's bag. JBL and others humiliated him, forcing Miz to change in the public restrooms for months. As if being bullied backstage wasn't enough, Miz's confidence took another hit when he had to host the Diva Search on Monday Night Raw. Imagine being live on national TV, trying to impress the WWE Universe, and then blanking on your lines. He forgot the number to vote and stumbled through his words. It was embarrassing, and the internet was ruthless. Fans and even his peers backstage wondered if he would ever make it in the business. But The Miz didn't give up. He used that humiliation as fuel. Slowly, he started to improve, teaming up with John Morrison in what would be a key moment in his career. He showed he could talk, cut promos, and generate heat from the audience. The dirt sheet gave him a platform to show his personality, and while fans loved to hate him, they couldn't deny his skills were improving. But the real breakthrough came when he embraced his full heel persona. Once The Miz won the Money in the Bank contract, everything changed. He cashed in on Randy Orton in 2010 to become WWE champion. And suddenly, the man who was once the laughingstock of WWE was now at the top. He became one of the most hated heels in the company. His ability to get under the skin of the fans, his peers, and even WWE legends was undeniable. Remember when he verbally destroyed John Cena in the lead-up to WrestleMania 27? Nobody believed he could main event WrestleMania, but he did, and he won. If there was ever a moment that solidified The Miz as a legendary heel, it was his fiery promo on Talking Smack in 2016. This wasn't your typical WWE segment. It felt real, and it's still talked about to this day. It all started when Daniel Bryan, a fan favorite, accused The Miz of being a cowardly wrestler who fought with a soft style. Bryan, who was forced into retirement due to injury, struck a nerve, and The Miz wasn't having it. What followed was one of the most intense, unscripted promos in recent WWE history. The Miz absolutely unleashed on Daniel Bryan, pouring out years of frustration about being underappreciated, being bullied, and having his hard work constantly overlooked. The segment was so raw that Daniel Bryan actually walked off set, leaving The Miz to simmer in his own anger. Fast forward to 2019 at the WWE Hall of Fame, and the fans' perception of The Miz had completely changed. Once the most hated man in the locker room, Miz was now getting cheered at one of WWE's most prestigious events. But here's the kicker. While The Miz was being celebrated, Shane McMahon, who was also on stage, was booed. That's right. The same Miz who was once exiled from the locker room was now receiving the respect of the WWE Universe, while a McMahon was getting heat. It was the ultimate full-circle moment for The Miz, showing just how far he had come. Fans were stunned. Wrestlers were shocked. This was the moment people started to respect The Miz, even if they didn't like him. The guy who had been a joke for so many years had just delivered the promo of a lifetime on a talk show that wasn't even scripted. The Talking Smack segment turned The Miz from a heel that people loved to boo to one of the most respected villains in WWE. It showed the world that The Miz was more than just a reality star turned wrestler. He was one of the best in the business at drawing heat and telling stories. The Miz took that Talking Smack promo and turned it into fuel for the rest of his career. No longer just a loudmouth heel, he became one of the most must-see performers in WWE history, redefining what it means to be a villain. He isn't just a reality TV star. He isn't just a loudmouth villain. And he isn't just awesome. He's The Miz. And he's become one of the greatest heels in WWE history.